Well, I was just about to put some neatsfoot oil on some stuff, and I thought I had gotten into a conversation about this with somebody one day, asking about neatsfoot oil. Yeah, somebody had told him not to use it because it would soften up the leather too much, and that is true on some leathers. It darkens it, but that's fine. But these are both 45 mag pouches. This is one that hasn't had neatsfoot oil yet. This has had the neatsfoot oil on, and you can see how much it darkened it up, but they're exactly the same pouch. It just makes that much difference. But, like he said, he was afraid of it softening the leather up too much. It really doesn't. If you've got decent heavy leather, it really doesn't soften it that much. Not to the point, he said it'd be like having something in a cloth bag or something, flop around. But that being said, these are, like I say, both 45 mag holders, and I bought them because, I really like this holster for the 45, but there's no way to carry a spare mag with it. So they're made by St. Paul Saddlery, and they match, the emblem is the same and stuff. See, it's a little darker than the holster, so I got to do another coat on the holster. But they're a nice, they go on your belt. Be convenient. Because it's nice to have at least one extra mag along. Okay, that's where for these Tokarev type pistols, I wanted to get a holster. Now, I've actually ordered a couple of holsters of the original ones for these. This is actually an aftermarket one, a knockoff that was made in India. But a fairly good holster, but the leather is a lot thinner. So it might soften this up quite a little. But good enough, I wanted one of these. The knockoff one is going to be for the 9mm. But I've got a couple on order for the Tokarev round one. But one is from Ukraine and one is from Moscow. Now, they might take a while to get here. And like I say, they are the original ones, but they're the ones that were actually made in Germany after the war as part of the war reparations. They had the Germans making holsters for the Russian guns, one of them crazy war things. But that is a little different. I'll show you them when they get here, but see, it was right at the time when they were transitioning from the Nagant to the Tokarev. So the pistols were made, the holsters were made, some of them actually have, like the one I have ordered, the mag pouch sits this way because then it can be used for the Nagant too, to hold loose rounds, or they come in paper packets. So I've got one of them coming, and then I've got one that's like this, that's for the Tokarev. Now, the difference, that TT33, that's got actually a shorter grip, so it's got a shorter handle on it. So I was afraid the mag might be a problem, but it really isn't. That cover, there's plenty of room to close over it, at least on these knockoff ones, so we'll see what that original looks like. But like I say, I use neatsfoot oil on all this stuff, and it works fine. And this ain't a bad holster, but this one was coming out of Arizona or some such thing, so I could get this one fairly soon, where the one out of Russia and the one out of the Ukraine, it could be a little bit of a problem.